As I introduce myself to my client, so to speak, Jane, I tell her the story of who I am. I have come to the understanding in my experience that my name is intricately tied to who I am as a man. And so my name means just warrior who bears God's gifts wherever he travels. And so my name is Travel. Travel bears God's gifts as a just warrior. If you want to go in the order of the American Christianized names of Travel, Mattaeus Findlay, Findlay. The order from left to right is he who travels bearing gifts is a just warrior. Or I am a just warrior who bears God's gifts wherever he travels. And I believe that spiritual advice and guidance is important for children. And I would like to cooperate with the parents in ways that are comfortable with you, because I don't see that, I don't know that can you expect a parent to be the spiritual advisor all the time? It's like if you think about the way Christians treat the gifts of the Spirit, not everyone has the same gift, right? Some people have the gift of hospitality, some people have the gift of compassion or mercy, and some people have the gift of patience, whatever, right? The gift of the Spirit. Not everyone is an evangelist. Not everyone is a teacher. Not everyone is a pastor. Not everyone is an elder. We don't all have, but we do at the same time. That's the beauty of the organic reality of existence, is that we are all scientists, philosophers, theologians. We all have ideas and thoughts about existence. And it's my vision to create an environment where your children are the guinea pigs at the beginning of all of this. I want to create an environment of volunteerism. They are here because they want to be here. If they don't want to be here, they don't have to be here. And they are welcome at any time. If this extends into the future, 10 years from now, they can come and go as they please. It's all about where and when you are ready. However, I think that there should be some aspect of discipline where you are required to perform meditation and yoga as an aspect of testing your persona for your age group, right? So what I mean is this: if you have a daughter who's 8 and you have a daughter who's 10, and you want to help them develop a sense of self-government, self-control, perhaps like an Emily Post etiquette kind of a thing, right? We're teaching you how we want you to behave in public. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And her children are impeccable. Absolutely, just very, very pleasant children in public. I don't know what their foibles are. I don't know how they mess up behind the doors and all that kind of stuff, but that's not the point per se. It's when they have the moment to choose, they choose to be polite. Anyway, so why would you want my services? What are my services? My services primarily are intended to awaken within the individual the awareness of meaning, being, and purpose. And the earlier we can begin to allow the child simply to express the child's self, the earlier we can just simply allow the child to express the child's self, we will be able to see the child's existence take shape. Temperaments, hobbies, interests, attentions, dislikes. But most important, I think, that everyone can agree on. How about this? Wouldn't this be the point with which everyone would agree? Part of mental health and stability is understanding the experience of the inner voice or critic that very often sabotages the subject's well-meaning intention. So then we have to have community, right? We have to have community. When the self sabotages the self and other people are aware that the self is on a journey, those people are there for reference and for support. And then the child's able to go to whoever the child wants. If the child wants to go to Stanley, let him go to Stanley. If the child wants to go to Beatrice, let the child go to Beatrice. If the child wants to come to you, let the child come to you. That's the whole point. But we're all open, and no one's got a hurt ego. But it doesn't exist right now. So here's the point. We're creating something that doesn't exist. We're creating a spiritual environment where there is a shaman of sorts. I'm going to take on that title because I am intentionally dealing with the internal life of the individual. The spiritual, internal, intellectual, and emotional health. That's what I'm here for. And that comes through having an open line of communication with people who are interested in understanding the meaning of life. Right? And then you have to have a philosophy that everyone necessarily agrees to, because if someone says to an adult, hey, how does this work? And the adult just goes, don't bother me, kid, or whatever. No, we're all here. We all understand that when a child comes and asks a question that's like, the universe stands still. Everyone's listening. The child has a question. And then the answer is intended to facilitate a developmental awareness in the child that he can solve his own problems. He can answer his own questions. It's okay to have conversations with everyone. It's okay to bring up situations and say, well, what would you do in this situation or whatever? And you take notes. But it's all about understanding also that every decision you make is based on all of your previous experiences and what you can recall from those experiences brought into the moment of now, applied to relationships as you have them, right? So let's just say, for instance, I have an attitude with arguments that, I do not like arguments. I do not want to have a fight. I do not want to be right. I'm not fighting to be right. I'm going to say like right now. Here it is on record. Even though I think my character hopefully would have shown it. That's why I want to go back in time in my mind to see these memories, to see how I behaved. I would like to think that even if I were immature, I was still trying to be a loving, forgiving, compassionate, merciful husband, because that's what I was begging her for. When we were in marital counseling, I was saying, look, I'm just looking for a little bit of mercy here. Why? Because that's what I am. I'm merciful, you know? So, and I fucking don't know why I got off on that tangent. Anyway, what is this? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Is this, I don't know if I'm going to put this, what is this? God. I still haven't formulated anything. I don't know if maybe that means I need to sit down and write it down. That might be a little bit more pointed. So, this has been another exciting adventure of Radio Free Anarchy. I have been your host, Travel Mattaeus. Until next time.